guys, welcome back to Magic TV. My name's Craig. It's Sunday, it's 9 o'clock. It's time for a review show special. Now, this is where I take a deep dive into a particular creator, a particular subject, a particular trick, and I dissect it and I tell you exactly what I think. Now, today, I'm going to be talking about a new project called Whitewash by me. Now, here's the thing. This is kind of a bit of a weird one, so let me explain. Whitewash is going to be released, I believe, at some point in the next year as a physical product. However, and it's through RSVP Magic, Russ Stevens Video Production. So Russ Stevens, the man behind BGT and part of the team for that organised the Blackpool Magic Convention, the man who has brought out so much incredible magic through the years through RSVP. He's now got RSVP Online. If you don't know about that, I did a review on it recently. It's an amazing platform. RSVP Online, go check it out. It's brilliant. Anyway, as part of that platform, he has just released my new project, Whitewash, in its entirety, and anyone who subscribes to RSVP Online will get access to that entire project right now. So even though it's going to be released as a physical product with a load of blank cards at some point in the future, you can get access to all of that material now. Go and buy yourself a few blank decks of cards and you'll be able to get access to that material now at no extra charge. You get a 3-day free trial, I believe it is, with RSVP Online. You get access to all the other stuff on there, but you also get access to Whitewash, which is incredible. So this review is on Whitewash, and to tell you, if you want my latest product, you don't need to pay for it. If you're an online subscriber to RSVP, it's there. You can go watch it right now. If you're not, you can sign up and get a 3-day free trial and then see what all the fuss is about. I don't get anything out of promoting this. I know people are going to say, oh, Craig's reviewing his own product, he's biased. Well, of course I am. I wouldn't have released it if I didn't think it was any good, but it's not like I get anything from telling you about this. I just really want people to know that my latest product is available online and you can get it effectively for free. So if you haven't seen what Whitewash is all about, I'm going to play the trailer for you first of all. This is the trailer for Whitewash. When we've had a look at the trailer, we'll come back and we'll talk about what it's all about. Hi guys, my name's Craig Petty and I want to talk to you about blank cards. Over the last 10, 15 years, I've been refining handlings, I've been coming up with new routines, new ideas, new concepts, and I am super excited to be working with RSVP. We have got some crazy stuff on this project. Imagine for a minute that you can have somebody freely pick a card, hold it in between their hands, it turns blank on both sides, and then immediately prints into a completely different card. Oh, and it's signed and they can keep it. Imagine doing a super commercial printing routine with a freely chosen name. Imagine having somebody take a blank card which is completely examined. They sign the blank card, like they sign it, they see it print, and on the front into a card that they just thought of. We've managed to print 4 cards with fronts and with backs up. Thank you. Do you want to know how it works? Yeah. It's very simple. It's all an illusion. It's not real. It looks, no, genuine. It looks real, doesn't it? It's not. You see, if I do this, you can see that there were no fronts, there were no backs. You see, the whole thing is just in my illusion. In fact, I've got to be honest with you, there never were any cards. Seriously, the whole thing is just, and that's how. Thank you. You look so confused. Me too. I don't even get how it works. That's just so weird, right? I know. Thank you. Watch the signature. Are you ready? We're going to get the signature. Join me as you and I together are going to learn some magic that's going to really blow your spectators' minds. So many years ago, I bought out a DVD called Blank, and it was through World Magic Shop, and it was a collection of routines with blank cards. I've always been obsessed with blank cards. I think blank cards are amazing. And one of the reasons I like blank cards so much is because it's an impossible object for the audience. Like, it really is. It's like this, what the hell is this thing? You know, people have seen playing cards before, but they've never seen a card with no ink on it whatsoever. It instantly makes people interested in what you're doing. And what I tried to do with Blank is show all of the different ways that you could use blank cards to achieve a bunch of different effects and routines. Now, what Whitewash is it's basically Blank 2.0. So there's a couple of routines that were in Blank that are now also on Whitewash, but the majority of them are brand new, unpublished, unreleased routines. So you've got kind of a bit of an eclectic mix, if that makes sense. All of the routines have live performances that were shot at the House of Secrets in Blackpool, and all of them are super commercial workers. As a side note, if you guys read Vanish magazine, they've just reviewed Whitewash and given it 5 stars and said it's one of the most commercial projects that they've ever seen, which is super nice of them to say, and I want to thank Paul Rohamani for actually saying that. But I'm going to talk to you a little bit about Whitewash and all the different routines that are in there. So, first of all, this is not a physical product. You can get it directly through RSVP online. When it comes out as a physical product, you'll have all of the cards that you need to do all the routines. But in all honesty with you, it's not like there's any specially printed gaffs. It's mainly blank cards, blank backs, blank faces, that sort of thing. So as long as you've got some blank cards lying around the house, or you buy a couple of blank decks, you're going to be good to go. And all of these routines are designed for a working environment. They're designed to work in the real world for real people. Every single one of the routines has a live performance. Every single one of the routines, I talk about how to reset the trick instantly so you can do it again immediately. I talk about all of this, all of the important things, at least the stuff that I find important. Angles, reset. It's, the routines on this project are by any definition a worker. And there's a very eclectic range. And what I mean by that is some of the routines use blank cards in a kind of a conspicuous, in kind of an overt way, covert way. So in other words, the blank card is used, but it's not like you're openly showing a blank card. Other routines, you openly bring out blank cards and you say, I've got some blank cards here, let me show you something. So there's a couple of different ways that you can go with this. Now, I want to talk about some of the routines on there. And one of the routines I want to talk about is a routine called Wild Names. And what it is it's a version of Wildcard, but instead of using Wildcard, you're actually using blank cards and a name that's freely selected by the spectator. So the spectator freely selects a name, and after freely selecting a name, you take these blank cards and you know what the best thing to do is? It's to see a live performance of this. So this is a live performance of Wild Names. This is one of my, it's not my favourite. My favourite wildcard routine is a trick that Ryland created. And people who are at Blackpool might know what I'm talking about. But this is my second favourite wildcard routine. Let's have a look at it right now. Okay. Guys, coming close, I'm going to show you something crazy. I'm going to show you a trick with a small packet of cards. This is not a full deck. The reason this is not a full deck is because I do not play with a full deck. I haven't played with a full deck for years, to be honest. But I'm going to tell you right now, I've written things on the other side of these cards, okay? I've written things on the other side of these cards. And Theo, you're going to pick one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through these cards like this, and at any point you want to, you're going to say stop. Okay, now you can say stop anytime you want.
Stop.
There, that one there?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You don't want to change your mind?
100%.
Okay, I'm happy if you're happy. Are you happy? You could have had that one, that one, that one, that one. Now, so we've never met before, have we?
No.
No. My name's Craig. What's your name?
I'm James.
Nice to meet you, James. How you doing?
I'm okay.
Are you okay, James?
Yeah, fine.
Let me ask you a question. If these cards here, if every single one of these cards had your name on the other side, would that be good?
Yeah.
Would that be good enough to get a big round of applause, people?
Yeah.
Seriously, that'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Check it out. Your name on every single one of these cards. Look at that, your name on every single one. That says your name, that says your name, that says your name, that says your name, that says your name. You said you'd be impressed. You're not impressed. I'm upset. Are you impressed, James?
I'm impressed, yeah.
The thing is, you should be impressed. Do you know why? Because Theo picked one of these cards. And you could have picked anyone you wanted to. You know what's really weird, Theo? All of these cards have got your name on it, but this is the only one, James, that actually has your name on it, which is crazy. But hang on, James, because we're going to go one step further. I'm going to show you. That's not magic. That's a trick. Would you like to see real magic? Would you like to see what real magic looks like there, James? Yeah. If you do, then I will show you real magic. I'm going to lay these cards out on the table like that. Is that fair? Yeah. Now watch. James. We're going to do this slowly, one card at a time. We take this card, so we have a James next to a your name. All I have to do is snap my fingers, and when I do, believe it or not, we now have 2 cards with James on it, which I think is kind of really weird. Let's see if we can take this card. Clearly, you can see it says your name on it. Until I snap my fingers, when I do, it says James on it. I mean, this is the sort of thing. I don't even understand this. Look at this one. You do this yourself. Just snap your fingers over it. Turn it over. Isn't that the weirdest thing you've ever seen?
It's not right.
Look, I'm going to keep doing this until you guys like it. Look, it says your name. Look, it says. What does it say? No, it says James. Nice try. But it works with every single card, though. You just take this one, you do this, you wave it, it gets like this one. This one here, what does that say right there?
Your name.
Your name, until I do this. Do you know what it says now?
James.
Now you're catching on. This is amazing, isn't it? You look freaked out. You should be. Hold your hand out for me. You do it yourself. Wiggle your fingers with your other hand. No, the other hand, that's too difficult. Very good. Turn it over. Look at that. Check it out. We'll do this last one. If I get this last one, they're going to go crazy. We've done all of these. Look at this. James, 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 James. This is the last one. All I have to do is snap one last time and check it out. That one has James on it as well. Every single one of these cards all the way through, they now have James. And I think that is a miracle. Thank you. Okay, so that's wild names. And I think it's a very logical wildcard routine. The your name gag is so funny. I know, people are going to say cliched gag, cliched lines. I totally get that. But to a layperson that's never seen that before, that's incredibly funny. But it starts with a gag and then proceeds to get absolutely crazy. It really does. The fact that, they pick the only card in the packet that's been printed with the name that they freely chose is incredible. And then the fact that every single one of those your name cards change into the name that they thought of is great. Now on the tutorial, I go through a couple of different handlings of doing this. I talk through a table handling and also an in the hands handling, which is a way of doing wildcard in the hands with no table required. But wild names is fantastic. Also on the project, I go through the updated handling of my routine blank nonsense or blank stupidity. It's had a couple of different names over the years, which is basically one of my favorite packet tricks of all time. It's a packet trick where you show 4 cards that are blank on both sides. First of all, backs print, then faces print, and then they all vanish, and eventually all of the cards vanish. Really strong commercial stuff. That makes a really great opener. And for years, I used to open my lectures by doing that particular routine. What else have we got on there? I mean, there's a fantastic, I made a couple of notes. There's a fantastic routine. Miracle print. That's never seen the light of day before. So what miracle print is you have somebody, you take a blank card and you have them sign the blank card, right? And then once they've signed the blank card, they hold on to it. And what happens is somebody names a card, and whatever card they name, that signed card turns into the card that they name. Like, it's very, 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 very strong. And a really cool, different style of method as well. Vanish is another good one. With Vanish, you have a card. You show 2 blank cards that are blank on both sides. You have somebody pick a card. The card's put in between the 2 blank cards and it just vanishes in their hands. Like it happens in the hands. And then immediately it comes back again. But when it comes back, it's now got a different coloured back. I mean, super commercial. Let's have a look at that one, actually. Let's have a look at a performance of Vanish, just so you can see exactly what it's all about. I've got the 2 jokers out of this deck, and I'm going to put them there. We're going to get back to them in a minute. What's your name?
Louise.
Louise and? Nick. How you doing, Nick? I'm Craig.
Hi, Craig.
How's it going? Nick, you're going to help me with this, is that okay?
I certainly am.
If I'm not looking you directly in the eyes, Nick, I'm not being rude. The light between your head and my head has got some sort of laser beam thing.
I can imagine.
Isn't it terrible when you turn up with the same haircut?
Lights in the room,
No, right. So we've got a pack of 52 cards here.
Okay.
And we're going to use the 2 jokers, but we're not going to use every single one of these cards. We're just going to use one of them, all right? And you get to choose which one. It's very exciting, very, very exciting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread through, just touch a card, any card that you want to. Are you sure you want that one?
Yep.
Now I'm allowed to look at it. It's not the sort of trick where I don't see it. The 10 of clubs. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Wonderful. If you're happy, I'm happy. I'm going to give you a pen. Can you take the pen? And can you write your name in big letters on the face of the card? Now, the reason I ask you to write your name on it is because even though that pen doesn't seem to work very well, it means that well, it could be that either. It does mean that that card is unique, right? So in other words, it's the only card in the pack with your name on it, unless you have a habit of writing Nick on various playing cards from time to time. And hey, depending on how much Magic you watch, you might have that, I don't know. So you're going to help me as well, if that's okay. We have Nick's card. Now, Nick, this is going to knock your socks off. Are you wearing socks?
I am.
Not for much longer, I'm telling you. I'm going to take your 10, right? And I'm going to put it in between the 2 jokers. Can you see that? Is that fair?
Yeah.
I want you to see it's going in between the joker on the top and the joker on the bottom. Now hold your hand out for me and put your other hand on top. So we have a situation now where you picked a card, the 10 of clubs. You signed the card. That was your choice. You could have picked any card. You signed it. If I told you I could make that card vanish from in between those 2 jokers, would that be a good trick or would that be a miracle? It would be a miracle, wouldn't it? It's going to happen on 3. 1, 2, 3. Lift up your hand. Because I want you to see now, in between the 2 jokers, look at that. Check that out. Thank you. That's not bad. I mean, I've never seen anything like that before. Don't you think that's kind of weird? It is. Now, the thing is, would you like me to bring it back? We can't just have it gone forever. We need to bring it back. I think that would be good, wouldn't it? So I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put it there in between the 2 jokers. Is that fair? I want you to see it really is going in between the 2 jokers. Hold your hand out for me one more time. We're going to bring it back. Put your hand on top. 3, 2, 1. Lift up your hand. If I told you your card was back again now, that would be amazing, right? You're not going to believe this. Hopefully. No, not yet. 3, 2, 1. There we go. Your card is now back. Wow. But not only is your card back, this really was your card from the very beginning. You know how I know this was your card from the very beginning? Because it actually had your card on the other side. That means it definitely was your card from the very beginning. So you can have that as a souvenir. Thank you very, very much. Okay, so, I don't want this video to go on forever. So we've talked about wild names, blank stupidity. We've talked about Vanish. There's Bull Drop, which is a fantastic routine that combines basic coin moves, but with tiny miniature pool balls, along with playing cards. And it's a really cool kind of strange transposition routine that really hits hard. It really does. Teleportation cards is my version of Paramount by Aldo Colombini. That's a really great trick where it's kind of like a slow motion sandwich routine. You show these 2 blank, somebody picks a card and signs it, and it's lost in the deck. You show these 2 blank cards, and first of all, a blank card appears in between them. Then the blank card has a back, then it has a face, and then eventually the signature appears on there, and it all happens, again, right in the spectator's hands. Face-off is a really cool trick to do for a bride and groom. Face-off is a partial transposition, which is kind of really weird, but that's exactly what it is. It's a partial transposition. So the idea is that you have somebody pick a card, they sign the card on the face, and you leave it there in full view. They can see it. You then show these 3 blank cards, which have been examined, by the way, and you take these 3 blank cards and somebody signs one of them. You show it on both sides, and then they put their hand on it. And you say you're not going to make the cards change places. You're going to make just the face of the cards change places. And then what happens is you show the card that they signed on the face that's been in full view the whole time, and now that's got a blank face. And you say, well, if that's got a blank face, let's have a look at the card that you signed over here. And when they turn over the signed card, the other side has now got the face that was over there with the signature on it. If you haven't seen that, I'm gonna show you a performance of this as well. So this is Face Off. This is also on the Whitewash project. Okay, guys, we're going to do something with a pack of cards, but before we do, I want to show you 3 very special cards. Have a look at these. These cards are blank. The blank on one side, the blank on the other side. These are what cards look like before they're printed. We're going to do something with these 3 cards. In a second, you're going to have a very important job. Your job is to pick one of these blank cards. And you'll be able to pick any one that you want to. You're also going to need a pen. So let me give you the pen. We'll put the blank cards over there. We'll get back to that in a minute, okay? Now, you have an important job as well, sir, because we have a pack of cards here, and you're going to need to pick one of these cards. 52 cards, 52 possibilities. So I'm going to riffle down the deck with my thumb in a second, and you're going to grab any one that you want to. So as I riffle down the deck, just say stop.
Stop.
There, perfect. If I were you, I would have stopped at that exact point as well. So, can you pass the pen to that gentleman over there? And what I'd like you to do, sir, is your card's the 4 of hearts. Could you please write your name right there on the 4 of hearts? That's very good. That handwriting analysis tells me that you're probably a doctor. Is that right? Maybe not, I don't know. I'm going to leave your card sticking out the pack about halfway. Is that all right? About halfway. We're going to cut it down there. That's about halfway, right? Your job is to keep an eye on these. Remember, your job was to keep an eye on the 3 blank cards. Okay. Your job is to keep an eye on the card. Now, there is a trick in magic called a transposition. The idea of a transposition is you make 2 objects change places. So if I had a pen and a card and I made them change places, that's a transposition. I'm going to try and do a partial transposition with your signed 4 of hearts and one of these blank cards. The blank cards that you examine. Now, it's your choice. That's number 1, that's number 2, that's number 3. Which one do you want? You can have any one that you would like. Which one would you want?
3.
Have you ever helped a magician before? You're not helping one now. So this one's 1, this one's 2, this one's 3. So in all seriousness, this is the one you want. Is that correct?
Thank you.
Okay, no problem. I'm going to give you the pen as well. And what I want you to do is just take the pen. Could you just sign your card as well? I'll put it there in front of you. Could you sign your card for me? You don't need those 2. Amazing. You're not a doctor. That's neat handwriting. Very good. Can you hold your hand up for me? And I'll take the pen because that's how I got it. You can put your other hand on top. So think about this for a minute. 3 cards that you guys examined. You've picked one of them and you have wrote your name on one side of it. I don't know if that's the back or the front because they're blank on both sides. You, however, picked a 4 of hearts, which was your choice, and you signed your name on the face of the 4 of hearts, which has been sticking out the deck, and you've been holding on to that and watching it the entire time. I'm going to try and do a partial transposition. That's right. I'm going to make the face of your card come off, the entire face. Seriously, the face, think John Travolta and Nicolas Cage. The face is going to come off and it's going to attach itself to the blank card that you signed. Honestly, it just got real right here at the House of Secrets. Watch this. It looks like this. 1, 2, 3. Take your 4 of hearts and turn it over, sir. Because now that card is blank. And the reason that card is blank is because that is the back of the card that you've been holding on to the whole time. You see, I made the face change places. You look so confused. You look like a rabbit caught in headlights. Slowly lift up your hand. That's the card that you examined, that you've signed from the very beginning. And I call this nothing short of a miracle.
Okay, there's another couple of routines on there as well. There's a routine called Mystique, which uses 4 blank cards, and it's kind of like a non-gaffed signed card wild card style routine, which is really, really cool. Very, very fun. And then finally, you've got Name Card, and Name Card is my version of Presto Printo by Daryl. And it's similar to Presto Printo, but it doesn't use playing cards. There's no cards used at all. There's blank cards. You bring out a whole bunch of blank cards. You have somebody freely pick a name, and the idea is that you make the name jump from one card to the other, and it's just crazy. You know, it's absolutely crazy. I think that I talked about Vanish magazine reviewing this. They actually gave a review to each individual trick, and they said that that particular routine was their favorite on the project. And I can understand why. It's a super strong trick that I carry around with me all of the time. Look, the bottom line is, Whitewash is something that I truly believe in. When I spoke to Russ Stevens over a year ago now, and we were talking about working with RSVP, I said to him, I'd really like to update my blank project, and I'd like to bring out all of the new routines with blank cards that I've ever thought of, as well as updating some of the routines off the original project. And Russ really did a great job with this project. The filming and the quality of the tutorial is great. The live performances, because me and Russ both wanted live performances of every routine, allow you to see exactly what's going on, and ultimately you can get this for free. Look, I wouldn't recommend you do this because frankly RSVP Online is one of the best deals in Magic, and you'd be mad not to sign up. I'm an annual member because I really love the platform. But you could, if you wanted to, sign up to RSVP Online for the 3-day free trial, cancel before the end of the 3 days, see the whole project, learn everything off it, and you haven't paid a penny. Now, I think that what will happen is you'll go into RSVP Online and you'll see all the other wonderful material on there, and you'll stick around as a subscriber, because just like the Netrix, I know from speaking to us, RSVP Online has a very low cancellation rate, but the option's there if you want to. The bottom line is this is a free project. You can get it now for free. Later on down the line, it's going to cost money when it's released as a physical product. But right now, you can get it for free or as part of your subscription to RSVP Online. I'm going to give this 100%. I love Magic with blank cards. I've performed Magic with blank cards for years. I think that blank card Magic is some of the best Magic ever. And this is probably, no, not probably, definitely. This is definitely my favourite routines with blank cards. You know, for a long time, I've had people, ever since I started Magic TV, I've had people ask me how you can, you know, are you going to update blank? Well, yes, I am. It's here. It's right now. It's called Whitewash, and you can get access to it immediately. Now, this will not be available on magictv.org, my online shop, because the only place you can get it right now is through RSVP Online. When it comes out as a physical product, that might change, but right now it's only available through RSVP Online. So if you want to get access to all of my material with blank cards, then all you have to do is go to RSVP Online. The link is in the description down below, and you can go and sign up, get a 3-day free trial, and learn everything. So there you go, guys. That's another review show special in the bag. Do me a favor, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Now, you want to see more videos like this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment down below. Don't forget, you can get access to the Netrix and see what the fuss is about. You can get access for a month and try it out. Just go to www.thenetrix.com, or you can go and check out my online store at www.magictv.org. Don't forget that if you're a Netrix Silver or Gold level subscriber, you've got that discount code, so you get discounts off everything in the shop. I'll see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. My name's Craig from Magic TV.